already know what it is. It's Barbershop Conversations. Hit the subscribe and the like button today.
Barbershop Conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So real quick, Oscar De La Hoya did an interview on TMZ, and he was flagrantly drunk talking about Canelo, McGregor. Oscar. First, let me preface, Oscar probably is my second favorite fighter because he's out of Los Angeles. We're in the same age demographic. I was in high school when he was going for gold, 92 Olympics, if not mistaken, and I absolutely love the story about Oscar when he said he kept a $5 food stamp in his wallet to remind him where he came from. And I've been in love with Oscar ever since then. And it's kind of coattailed, obviously, with the bullshit, with the pictures but Oscar, this is just, you're not my friend, but I'm gonna pretend I'm Mike. I believe his name is Mike Gomez, and I forget his other right-hand man name. No more drunk interviews. No more drunk interviews. We know your history with drugs and alcohol, and it just reminds us that we don't want to be reminded of the non-great Oscar De La Hoya. You've given us too many examples of the non-great Oscar De La Hoya, and the memory that stains my brain for real is Oscar De La Hoya waving those little flags. That is the standing memory in my head of Oscar De La Hoya, and I hate when I get reminded of not that Oscar De La Hoya. So, Oscar, I'm rooting for you. I obviously want Canelo Triple G, but that's not even about what I'm talking about. Just no more drunk interviews, because this generation, similar to Roy Jones Jr., will never truly know how great you were in the ring when you fought early on in your career. You were a monster early on in your career. You were pound for pound one of the best. Same thing with Roy Jones Jr. Now people look at Roy Jones Jr. and think that he was just a bum, when in actuality he was the greatest fighter after 1975. I don't know about Joe Louis and Patterson, and in terms of the most skilled fighter I've ever seen, I was born 1977. I have never seen the person as skilled as Roy Jones Jr. And and Oscar, you being from LA, you know, I played sports in high school, and when I played in high school, I always went to the sports section to see if they wrote about me and how well I played in the game. And there was pretty boy Oscar De La Hoya. And I never hated on Oscar De La Hoya. I loved Oscar De La Hoya. I was like, that nigga's from LA. He represents me. He represents the struggle in LA, and he is the greatest thing that I've seen. So, Oscar, no more drunk interviews. I'm going to whisper that in your ear next time I see you. But it just hurts my heart. And I'm not being facetious. I'm not being sarcastic. I don't want to see my great athletes humbled. And, excuse me, not even humble. I don't want to see them compromise. I don't want to see Oscar De La Hoya compromise. I've seen him compromise, and it hurt me when I saw him compromise in the fishnet and all that bullshit. So, Barbershop Conversations, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Make sure Oscar gets this interview. Tweet it to him, email it to him, whatever you got to do, because I'm tired of seeing my greats being compromised. Although you're doing it to yourself, I get it, but I don't want to see it. So anyways, if you guys understand what I'm saying, you know, it's kind of like apples and oranges, but it's kind of like seeing your father not be a man in the house, and he's been doing it for 16 years, and your 17th birthday, he's not the same man. You're like, huh? I'm not comparing him to being a father. I'm just, when you're young and you're impressionable, you have these gargantuan ideas or ideals of how great your athlete. You compare your great athletes to superheroes. So Barbershop Conversations, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Hey guys, it's your girl Angie. You're watching Barbershop Conversations. Make sure to click that button below to subscribe, like the video. Don't like it, leave a comment. You can also follow me at Angelica Curtis on Instagram. See you soon.